Here we have drawing techniques 8. This particular activity concludes module 2, and we focus on a very important shape, which is our circle. Our circle plays an integral part of our everyday development and drawing design. So we are going to spend some time drawing circles, and for that we are going to introduce the compass. The compass has a sharp point which is anchored in a specific center, and it has a pencil point which allows us to draw the circumference. It's very important to know that the sharp point to the pencil point is called the radius, which basically means from that center here to the circumference here, anywhere around this center point is called the radius. From circumference to circumference, that is called the diameter. So you need to understand that R is for radius, and that circle with the line through is diameter. This means the distance from here to there, and R means the distance from here to there, or there to there, or there to there, anywhere around the center point. So in our first activity or sub-activity, we will have a number of concentric circles, and they are 56 from circumference to circumference. That's the outside ones, and there are 4 of those. And then there are inside circles, which would be diameter 44 from circumference to circumference. What you need to be able to draw a circle is the radius from the center to the circumference. So that means you have to take your diameter and you divide that diameter by 2, and that's going to give you 22 as a radius here. And if you look at the 56, that is going to give you a radius of 28, which means that for the outside circle, this distance from here to there must be 28. For the inside circle, this distance must be 22. So I'm going to use those 2 radii, and I'm going to draw circles from each of the center points that has been allocated for me on this slanted line. Let's do that quickly. There I've completed my first activity. It takes a lot of skill to be able to handle this apparatus around the center point. You might, for the first couple of attempts, slip and slide. So you have to anchor this properly in the center there and draw half a circle or a semicircle and turn it and draw the other half. But this is merely to develop your skill in terms of drawing circles, and you can draw them nice and dark. Should you make a mistake, please erase and just redo it from the center point. But it's important to anchor it nice and firm and to keep pressing down on that anchored point. We move our attention to the opposite side here, where we are going to draw that shape into the given circle that we have there. We do see, however, that there is a dash line. We are going to draw that line dark so that we can bring out that shape as a hexagonal shape encapsulated by the circle, and we will have these patterns inside of that particular hexagon that we see there. Right, let's do that and watch carefully how it's being done and how I handle my compass and where I anchor my specific point to be able to get to that required shape there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sharp point in the center of my circle, and I'm going to open it up until I reach my circumference, and that is going to be the distance on my compass which I'm going to use to draw that entire inside part there. Just to check whether it is 100% perfect. There it is. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use each of these particular points on my circumference created by my center lines to be able to draw that specific shape that you see there. There I've concluded my shape exactly as I have it in this instruction area here, copied over perfectly into the given space using my center lines and my given circle. And I hope that you've enjoyed this module of your introduction program.